Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. We did. I think I always say, we did. Yesterday was the Ironman here in Tempe, and we had a great time having folks over. And we even had a friend that participated in the Ironman and got to root her along as part of the route. And she finished. We were excited about that, and it was fun to celebrate together with friends. So today's tip is setting realistic expectations with your coworkers. Setting realistic expectations with your coworkers. So it's going to be a good one because there's some really good advice for you to pay attention to. So number one is being transparent and having the ultimate level of transparency with the people that you work with. If they don't see you and you see them as transparent as possible, it will cause barriers in your work environment. Next is what is versus what could be. So pay attention to what is versus more so than what could be. Now, we all can have hope, and the purpose of hope, to give having a great relationship and knowing what things are, but understand, what is in your reality as opposed to what things could be. And if you assume, you will typically be in error. So be careful with that. So here's the big pieces of advice. You can write this down. So how to communicate into four ways would be text, a call, an email, or in person. So text, call, email, or in person. Everybody that you work with, you should know the best way to communicate with them if it's something that's easy and it's something that is hard. So if it's easy, you may be able just to send an email or send a quick text message communicating to them. If it's hard, I've learned, and many of people that I work with have learned, if it's a detailed conversation or something that is sensitive, pick up the phone or do it in person. By sending email exchanges back and forth that have paragraphs back and forth of discussing a particular topic, sometimes it's much better off to pick up the phone and have that conversation with your coworker. So keep in mind the four things. So text, call, email, in person. Is it easy? And then if it's hard. And one person might be the same exact way. You can communicate with them the same way all the time, and you don't have to change. But I will tell you, if you go through the exercise, I would suspect you probably are going to make some changes. And then on the flip side of that, you should proactively communicate the way you want to be communicated to, if it's easy or if it's hard. So if it's easy, you might say, yeah, you can just send me an email or send me a quick text message and it'll be just fine. And then I would prefer a phone call. And if you're going to call somebody, is it better to text them and say, hey, do you have 5 minutes later today? I want to talk with you about X. So you set them up for the stage of what you want that conversation to be about. If you text somebody and you say, hey, I need to talk with you today for 10 minutes, for the next hour or two till that call happens, what are you doing? Or what's that other person doing? Why do they want to talk to me? What do they want to talk about? So let them know and be proactive. But setting realistic expectations with your coworkers for you and with them, I think will be much more successful in the long run if you take those a couple little tips and put them to work. So have a super week. Happy Monday, and we'll see everybody next Monday. See you later. Bye.